Is it recording? Okay, cool. So I a while back, I feel like there were a couple of reps that were getting more reschedules than I wanted them to on the team, and I had some free time, and I just sat down and I wrote down all of the reasons why a rep might be getting more reschedules than they deserve to be getting, and all of the solutions for those things. So it was very similarly formatted to the talk that we just did. Has anybody here, by the way, taken a look at that blog post already? Well, it's totally cool if you haven't, because I haven't pointed it out to anybody. It's just been there. But it is on the site. So how to have less canceled demos and less rescheduled demos. And I'm just going to zoom in here a little bit. So a couple of reasons why you might be getting reschedules. You're not following the approach word for word. You're not following the approach with enthusiasm or confidence. You're booking the demo too far away. You're not sending the demo email at an efficient time, or you're sending reminder or confirmation texts. Maybe you're not responding efficiently when the customer asks you to reschedule. So I have, when I made this blog post, I made it with the training phone approach in mind. However, the verbiage in the training phone approach to get less reschedules is very, very similar to the verbiage, the specific lines in the referral phone approach on how to get less reschedules as well. So first thing, and I'm just going to read through this with you guys and I'll go over the other tips. I think sometimes as reps, we change up the phone approach a little bit. And as everybody on this call is an advanced rep, and I do think that it's important for you guys to make it personal and add your own jokes and your fun twist on it. However, it's really important that you don't make changes to things before you understand why things are the way they are in the first place, right? So the first line, because what's more important is why it's important. So the first thing we do is we say, hey, it's Lily, how are you? And you catch up, because when you have fun and you connect with them, they're going to have more fun on the phone with you and be excited about the demo. And this is also kind of just a phoning tip, but if you're not the person on the 1-minute phone call that they want to spend an hour with, they're going to cancel or reschedule that demo. They're going to schedule the demo with you on the phone to be nice. And then as soon as they get off the phone, or when it gets closer, they're like, I don't want to spend an hour with that boring guy or girl who, like, wasn't exciting to talk to for a minute. So have fun with it. Speak with tonality. Get excited when you're phoning. And then we say, the reason why we're calling, because when they know what you're working towards, that expectation is going to make them feel more comfortable. And something that's important is we say we're showing Cutco. And when I hear a rep say that they're selling, or say the word selling or buying, I see Charisma just cringed a little bit because it's cringy, right? Booking the demo is not about the sale. Doing the demo is the sale. And at this point, it's important to emphasize, but not overemphasize, that there's no pressure to buy, all right? Because they're not going to understand how awesome Cutco is until they're on the demo with you. Sorry, guys. And if you make them feel like if you don't make them feel like there's no pressure to buy, they're going to want to cancel that demo because they're going to be afraid that they're going to be pressured to get something, right? Then we say we can do the entire thing online, takes only about an hour. If you're not saying this line confidently, if you're not telling them how long the presentation takes confidently, which I feel like some of you guys aren't confident in saying 30 minutes. I used to say, yeah, all my demos, it only takes a little over an hour. And my average demo is like hour 15, because I would really have fun with them. And I would average like 15 plus referrals in every single demo. And that took time. And I would make sure they sent the heads up text on every single demo. And that took time. And I would make sure they made the Facebook post, and that took time, but it was worth it, obviously. So if you're psyching yourself out on how long the demo takes, and you're not saying how long it takes confidently, that's going to make the demo want to cancel, right? Most of your customers are going to spend more time scrolling through Facebook that day than they are listening to your presentation. So don't sound wimpy when you say it takes an hour. Be excited and confident that it only takes an hour, because you're going to be the highlight of their day. Like, they're going to have so much fun with you, and time is going to fly by. Now, and obviously, it's important for them to know how long it takes, but your customer is a reflection of you. So if you're confident how long it takes, they will be. If you're not, they won't. Then we say, how many appointments we want to do by a certain time frame. This creates urgency. It lets your customers know that you have goals that you're working towards and emphasizes the importance of booking the presentation sooner rather than later. All right, we offer 2 times. We never use verbiage like what time works best for you, and we offer our soonest times first. And we'll go more in a moment on why booking it too far away means they'll get more reschedules. Emphasize that that's important to you. Have them write it down. Have them put it in their schedule, their calendar, their phone. Adults have calendars and schedules. The people you book with have calendars and schedules. And if they don't write it down, they will forget. Then you don't ask them to text you their email. You can confirm it with them over text after the call, but ask them for the email on the call. All right. Because unless you legitimately cannot understand them, maybe they're at a large gathering, it takes less time to write their email in the moment on the phone than it does for them to text you it. And you also don't want to rely on them remembering to text you their email. Make sure that the time you book is the best time for a high quality demo. Emphasize it's super important to you and remind them the time again. Now, couple things. If you're not following the phone approach with enthusiasm and confidence, as I said, if you sound boring, unconfident, unsure, wimpy, the customer is not going to be excited about sitting down with you and might change their mind. So the solution is smile all you dial, have fun on the phone, be yourself, connect with them, inflect your tone of voice. Another reason I mentioned is if you're booking the demo too far away. The more days that go by between the phone call that booked the demo and the demo itself, the more the likelihood increases of that demo rescheduling because the customer is going to forget. So the solution is book your demos as soon as possible when you're on the phone with them. Offer your soonest times first, emphasize your goals and create urgency. And if the customer really can't do the demo within 1 to 4 days of the call, a callback scheduled might be better than a demo scheduled. Now, if your customers are needing to book the demos multiple days out most of the time, or if you have a lot of people asking you to call them back, chances are, like if that's something that's happening for you all the time, you need to level up your phoning skill set. Another thing is if you're not sending the demo email at an efficient time. So if you're sending the email 5 days before your demo or 10 minutes before your demo, which you guys see us on the emails that you send, I see how close to the demo you guys send those emails. All right. I know you guys are sending those emails. The number of times that I've gotten an email notification at 1 o'clock in the morning from one of you guys sending the email to your customer is ridiculous. All right. So don't do that. God. But yeah, so if there's, where is it? So yeah, if you send it too far away, they're going to lose the email or forget about it. If you send it too soon, they're going to think you didn't remember to send the information or that something came up for you, and they're going to assume that it's not important to you. So the solution, send the email the night before if it's early in the day, not at 1 o'clock in the morning. And if the demo's later in the day, send it the morning of. If you're sending reminder or confirmation text about the demo, you're basically asking the customer if they care enough to still do the demo with you. Like that's crazy. You emphasize the time that you guys booked the demo for and had them rate it in their schedule. They do not need reminders or confirmation texts. And texting the customer right before highly increases the likelihood that the customer is going to cancel or reschedule. Now, if there's really an important reason why the customer can't do the demo at the time you scheduled it for, they'll reach out to you. But texting them before is giving them permission to reschedule or cancel. So don't send reminder texts. Don't send confirmation texts. Now, if a customer does ask you to reschedule after you've perfected all of the things above, you need to make sure that you respond efficiently when the customer asks to reschedule. So fun fact, I don't know if you guys know this, we have a web page full of helpful text responses that you guys might need. And if the customer asks them to reschedule, I would respond with this text if it's over text, and I would respond with reading this over the phone if it was over the phone. It says, hey, I really appreciate you taking the time to sit down with me, and I totally understand that things come up, but I was really counting on this demo to hit my goal for the day and stay on track for the scholarship and contest period that I'm working really hard for. So if that time doesn't work, would you be able to do blank time or blank time instead? It would really mean the world to me, and it could be the difference between me hitting my goals and falling short. That's the only reason why I'm being so persistent. So that's the solution, is use a provided approach. Who here feels like this is better than a response that they might have given to a customer in the past when they asked to reschedule? Yeah, we can be honest with each other, right? And at the bottom, I do have the link to my strong phoning skills workshop. There's 2 videos on this page, older workshop that I gave and a newer workshop that I gave on strong